श्री सत्य साई दिव्य कथा, श्री सत्य साई दिव्य कथा, श्री सत्य साई दिव्य कथा।
Kasturi Ranganatha Sharma was born in North Travancore, now a part of Kerala. He received his bachelor's degree in law and his master's degree in arts from the University College, Trivandrum, India. He also served as lecturer in Maharaja's College of Arts, Mysore University, and as secretary of the Sri Ramakrishna Mission in Mysore for over 17 years. Sri Kasturi first met Baba at Bangalore in 1948. In his first meeting, Bhagavan said, "After retiring from the university, stay with me. You can write my biography." In 1956, Baba persuaded Kasturi to accept the offer of the post of producer of programs for the newly established All India radio station, Bangalore. During a visit to Bangalore in 1958, he told Sri Kasturi that he had work at Puttaparthi and that a monthly magazine would start soon. When Sri Kasturi came to Baba and settled down in Prashanthi Nilayam in the 1950s, there were very few men around. If new work had to be done, everyone had to volunteer. The Postmaster General at Hyderabad came up with a proposal to start a post office at Prashanthi Nilayam, provided a pensioner of some local or government authority was willing to be postmaster. When they looked around in the ashram, Professor Kasturi was the only man qualified to take up the job. Swallowing his ego, he volunteered to accept the job. Professor Kasturi found Baba observing his reactions very closely. With a mischievous smile, Baba said, "Professor Kasturi, postmaster, this does not sound appropriate, isn't it?" But the smart man that Sri Kasturi was, he replied, "Swami, not any postmaster, postmaster of Prashanthi Nilayam." Once, Professor Kasturi was consumed by the desire to receive a mantra from Baba. Having mentioned this, he bathed himself and fasted all morning to receive it. But the morning hours passed and noon came, but no mantra. Privately, he was very disappointed. Then lunchtime came and he was seated right next to Baba. "Kasturi, why aren't you eating?" Baba asked with an innocent smile. "The mantra," began Professor Kasturi, swallowing a sob. "What is the purpose of a mantra?" "To get closer to the Lord," Professor Kasturi replied. Baba looked down at Professor Kasturi's arm and then at his own. They were almost touching. Well, he smiled in his divinely down-to-earth way. "How much closer do you want to get?"
Bangaru is gold, and Baba's oldest expression is Bangaru, so far as we are concerned. Once it happened that I got into some trouble, and Baba wanted to teach me a lesson, and therefore he didn't get no away, but he didn't notice me or talk to me or recognize me at all as being alive and before him. Now that is the worst punishment that you can have, the worst test You are there right before him, standing near the wall, and as if you are simply brick and mortar and nothing else. And he will pass up and down a number of times, and you may repeat Swami, 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 Swami a number of times, but he is deaf to all your appeal. Like that, it went on for about 10 days, 12 days, and it was a terrible experience. And then one day, when I couldn't bear it any longer, so I broke down, and then Swami said, what is all this? There's nothing. Look. That is something. So, of course, Swami said, there's nothing where you were in it. No, nothing. Go, he said. Now, of course, it was satisfactory. The Jyati had spoken to me, recognized me, and said at least something, but I wasn't quite pleased. Anyway, I got down the steps, and bhajan was going on, so I moved right up to this Gopuram. It was no Gopuram then, but it came up so far as that. And then I poured out all my sorrow through my eyes. And then I went back. And Baba had not yet finished the bhajan and gone up. So I somehow smuggled myself into that room, what is called the interview room. So that when he comes and tries to go up, you could see him in the gate and look at a melancholy face. But he didn't notice me at all. We went up, and I followed him, the steps. Then I stood before him. And then he was surprised that this fellow is still having a melancholy face. I had spoken to him, and I asked him to go. Why is he coming up again? So he said, why? What's the matter? Why again? Why still? And I said, Swami, you didn't pat me on the back and say Bangaru. Bangaru means cancelling of all that what happens. You are Sathya. And Swami took compassion on me. And he said, come here. There's a big whack on me. And no, Bangaru. And what's that? So that Bangaru is a word that we long to hear from him.
Sri Kasturi authored the work Satyam Shivam Sundaram, which was translated into English as Truth, Goodness, Beauty. This was about the life of Sri Sathya Sai Baba. The first volume was published in 1960. It covers the first 34 years of the life of Sri Sathya Sai Baba. The second part of the book was published in 1968. The second volume and complete Satyam Shivam Sundaram was published around 1980. Kasturi's autobiography entitled Loving God, 85 Years Under the Watchful Eye of the Lord was published in 1982 by Sri Sathya Sai Books and Publications.